Here is a 1957, 56, I don't know exactly on the date of this one, but it's the newer version before they went over to 1 year old, or no, they went to the blue spruce, whatever the nickname we've given it. Then they went to the carry handle and then it was phased out, but this is the late 50s ones. In amazing condition. I mean, it's still greasy. I didn't do a good job of cleaning this when I originally got it, and I just decided to sell it so the seller or the buyer can actually mess with this fan. But I mean, you gotta admit, it is really, really nice. And the ironic thing is I got this thing for free in a deal. Sadly, I don't have those fans anymore. I decided to sell both of them. It was a roto beam. Kind of regret it, but at the same time, it wasn't doing anything. The only rust is this, which grommets will usually absorb water, which sucks, and moisture. I mean, the head wire is in amazing condition. I put this up there because it started to fray, but other than that, beautiful original condition. I mean, you could probably get one of these for better shape, but it's uncommon. Completely serviced, went through the motor, went through everything. Did not do the wiring because it was so good. Even the original cord has the original plug, which is kind of uncommon. I gotta love that. I don't want to sell this one, but I need to get rid of some stuff because I'm starting to run out of room. And I like mostly brass stuff now, so it's not a big deal. I can find stuff like this, and if I want to make it original, I can just repaint it, do the best I can. The mid-50s ones have a better looking handle, and it's actually bolted on. I used to have one of them, and that handle was way better. But here it is on low. Okay. Sometimes the switch can be finicky. And if you're wondering what that sound is, it's just the table. These aren't as loud. They do hum sometimes. Because the windings, what they did is they used a piece of plastic, heat-treated plastic, or not heat-treated, but it was like be able to withstand some certain temperature. And they, instead of varnish, what they did is they just stapled it together to hold the wires in there, which, I mean, worked. It was not bad. They put a little bit of varnish, but over time that varnish wears away, and it's not as quiet as it was. This is back when GE was starting to become cheaper. It's kind of ironic. This fan's still really well built, but there are parts of it that you can clearly see were planned obsolescence. Not in this stuff, but a lot of the 60s box fans GE made, and the late 50s ones too. You can tell they were doing planned obsolescence. Blade is in great condition and great balance. I was able to balance that. These can be a pain, but it sucks these hum sometimes, but you can just spray varnish on the windings, clear varnish. Medium. Here's the tag. That's better. And I mean, when this thing is moving air, it is moving air. I used to have a lot of these, but I sold most of them. I like them a lot, but there's a certain series I like a lot. I think it's like, not really the seafoam green. It's a different type of green, but I love that series. And then the aluminum, polished aluminum ones, with black paint, and then the tan and brown. The tan and browns are my favorite. I've already done a video on this before, but it's really old. It's kind of dumb in my opinion. It's update commentary. It oscillates. You can also adjust this to change the arc, but the head wires on is really short for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Dumb design. So they kind of fray easily, but what are you gonna do? They made so many of them though, so they survived. Here it is on high. Another dumb thing, not really that dumb, but the switch breaks in there because it's made out of some molded Bakelite. But since it's not really that strong at the stress point, when it turns, it'll break off. And these switches aren't really the same. You can't just get a different knob and put it in there. You have to get something that is basically original. Or you can use a piece of wood. I mean, it doesn't conduct electricity, so it's not like you're gonna get shocked. But it's not original. Man, I forgot how much air this thing makes. Jeez. All the way back here. And still feel it. I mean, this is a blocking it, but man, that's powerful. Sitting in front of these must have been great back in the day, especially if you didn't have air conditioning. I remember around when this was made, a lot of people were starting to catch on to central air conditioners. Kind of sucks that it worked too well, and they stopped buying as many fans because they thought air conditioners were the way. And they figured out how expensive it was because the AC could only move the air so far. It took forever to cool a room. Gotta say, I love this blade design. It's so cool. These fans will always be my favorite. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. It's the really nice condition gray Vortalex.